the Mets might have themselves a serious injury scare as two-time All-Star Starling Marte, the 33-year-old outfielder, who's right now in 117 games, where he's batting .292 with 16 home runs, 63 RBIs, and 18 stolen bases so far in those 117 games, had to leave the game in the first inning when he was hit by a pitch by Pirates pitcher Mitch Keller. No diagnosis has been given yet on the status of Starling Marte, but the best case scenario right now as there's just some type of bruise on the hand of Starling Marte, and that it's nothing worse, and that even he might not even have to have a stint on the injured list. This is not something that the New York Mets need right now, as they are currently trailing the Pittsburgh Pirates by the score of 4-2, and the Mets right now only hold a one-game lead over the streaking Atlanta Braves for the National League East Division. So the last thing the New York Mets can afford right now is an injury to one of their all-star players, especially the caliber of Starling Marte, who has not only been very, very good in terms of getting on base, stolen bases, as well as, getting the clutch hits. He's also been very solid in defense, playing the right and left field positions as well as center field when Brandon Nimmo needs a breath. This is not something that the New York Mets need right now. You got to hope that Starling Marte is going to be okay. This is just a temporary thing, and that hopefully it didn't end up being a fracture or a break on the hand from the hit by pitch, and that he only might have to miss a minimal amount of games, and it won't be cause for concern where he'd have to not only be put on the injured list, but he might be out for a little bit longer. This is the last thing that the New York Mets need right now, is to lose one of their primary players. We'll have to find out the diagnosis for Starling Marte after he was hit by the pitch. Hopefully it's nothing more than just a bruise on his hand, and that he didn't end up getting clipped on the fingers at all and have a possibility of breaking any one of his fingers. So just have to hope that Starling Marte is going to be okay, and that the fact that he's going to be able to not miss too much time, because you figure he's going to probably miss at least a game or two at minimum if it's nothing more than a bruise on his hand. But we just have to wait and see what the diagnosis is going to be. If it's just a bruise or if it's anything more, I'm sure Buck Showalter, when he meets the press later on, will let everybody know the status of Starling Marte, if he has any early diagnoses, or if there's any type of early indication, if in fact there's any type of fracture or break in the hand or in the fingers of Starling Marte when he was hit by a pitch in the first inning in tonight's baseball game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So hopefully Starling Marte will be okay. Best wishes to him. This is a key player the New York Mets cannot afford to lose for the stretch run of this season, when they have about 24-25 games left in the season. The Mets right now are clinging on to the National League East, as the Braves right now are surging to try to surpass the Mets in that division, and the Mets do not want to be knocked down to the wild card after they've been having such a successful season so far, and losing a key player like Marte, who, like I mentioned earlier, in 117 games, Marte is batting .292 with 16 home runs, 63 RBIs, and 18 stolen bases, and the guy's just been nothing but a table setter at the top of that New York Mets lineup, along with Brandon Nimmo, and he's also played very good defense in the outfield for the Mets. So best wishes just to Starling Marte. I hope he's going to be okay, and hopefully it's nothing more than just a bruise on his hand. But I just want to give you guys that quick little status update. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Subscribe if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T 3285 for more breaking news, injury, and roster updates, as well as chatter around the New York Mets, as well as the New York Giants, Brooklyn Nets, WWE Wrestling, and food for thought. Turn on the bell for notifications on when the next video or short's going to be dropping surrounding the New York Mets, as well as let me know in the comments section if you're worried at all with what's happening right now with Starling Marte, if you think it's just a minor injury or if you think it could be something more. And let me know what you guys think as well about the New York Mets, how they've been playing lately, and if you're a little bit worried that they might end up losing that National League East lead over the surging Atlanta Braves. So I hope everybody had a fantastic Labor Day yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed your Tuesday. Take it easy, and let's go New York Mets. Together, let's go New York Mets. All you got to do is you got to believe in those boys from Queens.